Hello, good afternoon. Gord is back with more Let's Play of Hitman, World of Assassination. How's everybody doing today? I hope you all are very, very well. I'm doing fine myself. But yeah, we are back. I know it didn't get to stream last week. Had a pretty busy week. That is the truth. Had a very, very busy week. So we have returned, and we are gonna take out some pools. Well, it's been a while since streamed. Well, I mean, took a week away from it. It's not super long, but I guess it was close to 2 weeks, maybe. But yeah, we are back. We're gonna start with the night call mission. I think I already did it once, but I have to it more. But we're gonna start this one up again. I'm about to make a liquor and dry cleaner. Nice. Israel, what's up? Cannoli, Waylon, how y'all doing? There is a super chat goal where I will take out an entire map if we happen to reach it. Just for little funsies. Let's see. I can hide something in the garbage container. But yeah, didn't get a chance to stream last week. Saw Captain America and I thought, you know what? I need to make a video of this. And that ended up taking up a ton of my time, which then obviously this morning, if you don't know already, the video got claimed for something. Got claimed for the song at the opening. So I had to redo the opening sequence to a non-copyrighted piece of music. And I re-released it at about 6 a.m. this morning, so if you haven't watched the video already, hopefully you will do so. If you have watched it already and you decide to re-watch it, you know, to give the views and all that good stuff, I do greatly appreciate it. I would just ask if you do so, please hit the like and leave a comment. You'll have plenty of time to game soon enough. Yeah, I mean, we'll have more time, though. I probably will be doing quite a bit more video making in the wake of that.
The story so far.
I mean, putting together a 20-minute video in 4 days, I mean, it was a challenge. It was tough, but I really enjoyed doing it. I like the Captain America video. I especially like the opening. Even though I had to change it and do it to a new song, I think it's actually a little bit better now. So I am very happy about that. Not happy to have to redone, you know, put the video up again, but you know, if I must, I must. Oh, I appreciate that, Cannoli. But yeah, that was. If I'm going to have to redo anything on a video, I always am like, all right, I'm gonna try to not just do a flat redo. I'm gonna try to fix it up a little bit, which I'm hearing there's not a ton changed about it. The opening is different, and there's a couple little things added here and there, so it's largely the same. But yeah, there's little things in there. Oh, there's one thing I noticed when I realized I was going to have to redo it. I was watching the video again and I realized, you know what? I didn't incorporate the "you have to do better" meme. I need to use that. So I put a couple of those in there. I think the character writing for Captain America Trilogy is really good. The plot, though, was hit or miss. Yeah, well, the funny thing is, like, you know, for a lot of people, Winter Soldier is the best Captain America movie. Whereas, if you ask me, I think other than, you know, if we don't include this most recent one, which we shouldn't, I think we should look at this as a completely different set of films. But Winter Soldier is kind of the worst of the Steve Rogers movies. Not even kind of, it like absolutely is the worst of the Steve Rogers movies. It has, I think, the coolest ideas, arguably, but the writing in Winter Soldier is really bad. It's really bad. Like, it's kind of clownishly bad at times. So, like, I get why people think it's the best one, but I'm like, it's really not the best one. Civil War, I think, is easily the best Captain America movie. I honestly don't even think it's that close. I think Civil War is just, it's so good. Civil War has an actual case for being the best MCU movie, period. It's not technically my favorite, but it has a very good case for being the best one. No question about it. Yeah, I genuinely love Civil War, and I think the first Avenger is really, really good. I think that one gets overlooked, if I'm being honest. The Eagles decline visiting Trump in the White House. I'm not surprised. I'm honestly not surprised, and I don't really care. I wasn't rooting for the Eagles because I like the Eagles. I was rooting for the Eagles because I'm annoyed with the Chiefs. Which, granted, I would prefer. I'll be honest. I would much prefer enjoying their dynasty because I do still like Patrick Mahomes. I legitimately like Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes is pretty cool, but gosh, Chiefs fans are the worst. They're so insufferable. It is kind of satisfying to see that there are quite a few people out there who are like, you know what? I'm starting to miss the Patriots dynasty because Patriots fans, as bad as they weren't half as bad as Chiefs fans. And I'm like, I don't think we were either. I mean, Boston fans can be plenty terrible, but I don't think we're as bad as the Chiefs fans are. I don't. Winter Soldier has the best concepts in the trilogy. I largely agree with that. It's just the execution is pretty terrible at times. I also find it strange that people call Winter Soldier really grounded. I'm like, I wouldn't describe the movie as grounded. They literally encounter an AI Schnazi who basically has been running Shield. There's some pretty outlandish stuff in Winter Soldier. Also, it is kind of baffling that the Winter Soldier has been a secret as long as he has when he does so much out in the open. He does a lot out in the open. So it's kind of ridiculous. I love how bigoted the video was. Well, that Chiefs Mahomes, yeah. I mean, it's what they kind of are. It's like I said, I like Patrick Mahomes. It's just like, stop pretending he's something he isn't. Just get it out. Oh, I was expecting the line from Passenger 57, always bet on black. I haven't seen Passenger 57. That's a Wesley Snipes movie, isn't it? I haven't seen it. I vaguely remember things about, like, the trailer and whatnot. This definitely has some problems. It has dang good moments too, but overall I agree Civil War's the best one. Yeah. I think a lot of people conflate grounded with good. I think what they're doing is they think, well, there's no aliens in it, so it's grounded. I'm like, it's really not that grounded. It's pretty outrageous. That's not necessarily bad. I mean, you could do that in a superhero movie. It's just that's a weird adjective to apply to Winter Soldier. If anything, the first Avenger is way more grounded. I don't even think it's close. First Avenger is like, I mean, it's not to say it's not outlandish. It is. I mean, it's the Red Skull and the Tesseract and all that stuff, but that's far closer to being legitimately grounded than Winter Soldier is. Passenger 57 is a decent action movie. It's really short, but not terrible. Oh, cool. Never seen it.
Maximilian. Here, boy.
Really, Equalizer 2 is awful. Interesting. The Spy Who Me Too'd Me. DEI another day. I think that was the joke you put out there or something along those lines. We could cast Lizzo and call it No Time to Diet. Yeah, the funny thing is Equalizer 2 is one of those movies that a lot of conservatives try to fluff for having some pretty based messaging, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, but is the movie actually good? And most of the people I trust are like, no, it's not a good movie. Like, yeah, the base stuff is nice, but it's not good. The movie still poop. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. I like the first one, though. Haven't seen the second or third, though. So, at some point I'll probably check those out. I saw that Drinker did a video on The Gorge, which several puns related to Gorge could easily be implemented into a video, so I'm like, if none of those were implemented, I might have to watch that movie and do something about that.
And without question, and your wife and children go free, unharmed.
Yeah.
Refuse
Third movie wasn't terrible. It's based in Italy, so of course, oh, well, there you go. I've been told The Gorge is good. I've heard like kind of mixed things about it. I've heard some people say it's legitimately good. I've heard some people say it's pretty silly. Some say it's just kind of okay. So I know the director is a decent filmmaker, so it's one that I would be willing to at least give a chance.
Where your boss, Rupert Pierce, is taking his morning job. You will inform his guards that you are delivering an urgent message. You will approach Mr. Pierce, lure him close to the edge, and toss him.
But yeah, Captain Brave New World was actually the first 2025 movie I even watched.
What do you think?
So now that that cat's out of the bag, I can start watching some other ones, I guess. I gotta tell you, looking over like the Oscar nominees and whatnot, because I know they did the SAG Awards last night, I have never seen a list of nominees less interesting than what they have. Gosh. Outside of like The Substance and like Dune 2, I'm not sure there's anything on that list that I have any interest in. I mean, I guess I'm sure I'm rooting for Demi Moore to win, which it looks like she's going to. She's pretty much taking home all of the other awards. I'm seeing on goldderby.com Honora is back to being the favorite for Best Picture, and I'm just like, okay, I don't care. I really don't care. Ariana Grande is starting to creep up as a potential Best Supporting Actress winner. I'm just like, why? Though Zoe, like, I think the reason is because the backlash against Amelia Perez has been pretty substantial. So I kind of feel like there's a chance they're going to angle Zoe Saldana's performance out of it. So she's the current favorite. She's been the favorite for a while to win Best Supporting Actress, but I'm wondering if they're trying to angle to get Ariana Grande to win because they're like, we don't want the bad backlash for Amelia Perez, so we'll just do Wicked. But yeah, it legitimately is one of the worst lists of Oscar nominees I've ever seen. Probably, it might actually be the worst. It might legitimately be the worst list of Oscar nominees I've ever seen. Like, it is pathetic. I mean, there is next to nothing of interest in, like, that entire group. I'm like, is this really all you people had? Like, to me, if you wanted to do something like bold and unexpected, you'd let the Substance win almost everything. Because the Substance is like, I know there are some people who don't particularly like it, and I get why, but it's a unique film. It's a very unique movie. It has some really interesting concepts. I think the acting is great. I think it's, has an interesting style to it. Fantastic soundtrack. There's enough there to where it winning would be interesting. Like, that would be an interesting movie to win. To where I'd be like, wow, okay, that's an actual bold choice. Cool. Because it's one of the few movies out there that doesn't feel like everything else. The director for The Brutalist is full on dumb. I have no idea who the director is.
I suppose Alma has one out of an expense account. This is a restricted area.
Whoops. Alright. We're gonna wait for old girl to fall asleep because we can just pop her from up here. I still have to see The Substance. Yeah, The Substance is good. Substance is an interesting movie. I know some people didn't care for it, but I kind of agree with Vex. I feel like it's a movie that, in a really interesting way, explores the psyche of females that are kind of caught up in the rat race of competing with other women, in this kind of in the celebrity context. I think it's really interesting. Some unnamed NFL team just proposed to ban the tush push. Ugh.
The rest are details.
It's so dumb that they're trying to. I'm like,
Take orders.
learn to defend it.
In fact, the boss deliberately keeps me out of the loop.
Because, like, usually when they ban something, it's like, okay, give me a logical reason why this should not exist in the game. Like, give me a real reason. And it really seems like the only reason they have for it, it's like, well, it's unguardable. Like, that's not a good reason. That's really not a good reason. It's unguardable. Sure it is. Why doesn't everybody else do it? Philly seems to be the only team who does it really, really well, so it's like, well, of course it's guardable. They're just the best at it. I think this dude's wearing a thong. I kind of want to kill him for that. Jim Nance wants it banned too. Yeah, I saw that. I'm just like, why? Because Philly does it really well? Oh, boo-hoo. I don't even like Philly. It's like, why are y'all making me defend Philadelphia?
And this just in. Man has plummeted to his death from the headquarters of Dynasty Global, the world's largest internet retailer. While the identity is unconfirmed, several eyewitness tweets claim that the deceased is none other than...
That guy wears the same kind of underwear that Cannoli tells us he wears.
We will keep you updated as this story develops. I am Pam Kingsley.
Did you see that in spring training this year they're testing out the balls and strikes review thing so far? It looks pretty good. It's going to be in all the games next year. I did not know that.
Well, suit yourself.
Like, what do you, like, how are they going to review that? It's like, is that something like a team will have to ask for, or is it something they're going to implement via computer? That's interesting. Kind of does feel like inevitably umpires are just not going to be a part of the game. Or at least not as much a part of the game. They're going to have like a balls and strikes thing, and
It's a cakewalk.
they're just going to take that TV thing that which may not be a bad thing.
Drones and shit. You'll get a kick out of it, I promise.
Well, shit, the Knoxes really are defecting. High-level Providence stooges like them, that's a real feather in your cap. So why aren't you the one doing the honors?
See, there's just a teensy possibility that it could be a trap. And if it is, well, I'm too important to risk.
Wow.
Don't start.
So you get 2 reviews for balls and strikes during the game. If you win the review, you keep it.
But some are more expendable than others. Is that it?
I wouldn't put it.
So the batter or the pitcher taps their head twice if they don't like the call, and then it's reviewed. Interesting.
Fine, I'll do it.
Goes to a vice that the umpire
And
holds.
all that, but
Interesting.
to be safe, Alma.
The league is considering having touchbacks on kickoffs, getting you to start your possession at the 35-yard. Gosh. What's even the point of the kickoff at this point?
Any sign of
If we
rats?
keep doing this, it's just like, okay, how about you just all...
The lads found a bunch of dead sheep down the road.
It's like, how about everybody just start at the 25-yard line? How about that?
Well, as long as he's happy.
If that's really what you want to do, if you want to get rid of the kickoff, it's like, okay, everybody starts at the 25-yard line. Or back at the 20, I don't care. The game. They're a really fun part of the game. And they're trying to get rid of it. It's so stupid. Because seriously, if you can start at the 35-yard line, of course you're going to. Why? Who would tell their kick returner to ever run the ball out of the end zone? And not only that, it's like, okay, if a touchback is going to get you to the 35-yard line, you might be better off doing a squib kick. You're like, well, shoot, if I can squib kick it, then I might have a better chance of keeping it away from that.
Well done, 47. Now get off the property.
That's kind of dark. That's pretty dark. Just lying there in bed and just... bleh. This game is fun. Thought maybe I could hop this railing, but apparently not. Did I just step on a dog toy? I did. And it reacted. That's kind of funny, actually. Oh, look. Information. And a key. He looks like he's asleep. Sleeping on the job. That's a big no-no. He is so getting fired for that. Just stealing all their house keys, just for the heck of it. Those are my house keys now. I'm gonna come back and own this house. It's my crib. You can't see bald in the long grass. Everybody knows that. It's not possible. They just call her dog a freak? What the heck? Racist. Oops. Didn't want him to see us, so I have to bring him over here, drag him into the grass. I'll put on his disguise. I can walk around a little more freely now. I'm a bodyguard. It's like I was just looking for the dog. It's fine. It does seem like they will recognize me, so maybe not as free as I thought.
The Mercs have discovered your boat, 47. They're on high alert, combing the beach for intruders. Proceed with caution. No way to get past them unnoticed.
Are you sure, lady? No way to get past them? Oh, I guess there's those guys. There actually is a way to get past them. I'm pretty good at it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm alright at it. It's called shooting them in the face. But I won't do that. Apparently we're not supposed to shoot people in the face. Even though it's fun. Gosh, lady, can't even let me have fun when I'm out killing? Jeez. You're such a killjoy. The Brutus Lurcher said, once I get back to us. Oh, sounds good. Oh, there's a little lighthouse over there. That's kind of neat. That woke everyone up. They're like, oh my gosh, there's a body. And the lady died. She laid down on a bullet and it killed her. That's how it happened. We did it. Alright, mission over. Now we move on to the next one. Blank check. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but I don't care. Ooh, we're going after Kiwis. Ooh, it's creepy.
Well, it's official. New Zealand paid off. The client has given us carte blanche. Hunt down the militia by any means necessary.
A week ago, Providence was a threat. How did you swing the board?
The board are practical people, 47. A blank check is hard to turn down. Besides,
agree.
the Shadow Client's war on Providence is causing a global panic. Someone will need to stop the militia. Might as well be us.
And the man on the train? You never told them about his offer.
Taking a contract for personal gain is against ICA regulations.
Sodas would have been proud.
Is that a sense of humor, 47? Whatever next? Crying at the movies?
Why are you doing this?
Fapping at a porn house.
What it's like to have everything taken from you. He claims to know about your past. Your childhood, your memories, everything Altmaier stole from you.
And you trust him?
About as far as I can throw him. But this is our best
Well, how
lead
far
in
can you throw
20
him?
years. I say it's time we break a few rules.
All right. Now, the finish line. This is actually a interesting map, to say the least. There's a whole lot of stuff you can do on this map. Well, I'm gonna tell
Good
you.
afternoon, 47. Your destination is the annual Global Innovation Motor Race in Miami, Florida. After analyzing
Sweet.
data from
I
Reynard's
might get to meet
computer,
that
the
Pitbull
case is
guy.
clear. The Providence defectors are Robert and Sierra Knox, head of robotics developer Kronstadt Industries. A visionary inventor and technological innovator, Robert Knox has spearheaded Kronstadt Industries to the bleeding edge of technological development. His equally brilliant daughter, Sierra, is not only a financial wizard, but also a fiercely competitive race car driver with a fiery temper to match.
Oh, wow. Mary Sue.
Kronstadt
I have to take
enjoys
her out.
enormous popularity with global consumers. However, few are aware
It's
that the
little
company is
droids.
also one of the
Oh, they
world's
say
leading
don't panic.
suppliers
Nice
of
little
next-gen
Hitchhiker's
military
Guide reference. I kind of like
Last year,
that.
despotic ruler Jin Po employed
I like
prototype
that. That's
Kronstadt
good.
drones against peaceful civilian protesters in the now infamous Tunyon Valley incident. And although it has yet to be proven, there is little doubt that the Knoxes
That is good
personally
stuff.
brokered the deal, making them complicit in a war crime.
Oh, no.
It is unclear why the Knoxes would betray their masters, but likely the fear of being next on the Shadow Clients hit list has pressured them to cut a deal with the enemy. Undoubtedly, with Kronstadt Industries on their side, the militia will increase their attacks tenfold. And so our contract obligates us to retire Robert and Sierra Knox and contain the damage they may inflict on Providence. I will leave you to prepare.
Alright, so I'm gonna kill this. Look at this Uggo. My gosh. She looks so severe. Alright, so I don't know if it's carrying the typical things, but let's see what we can bring. Smuggling a lockpick. I'm trying to remember how useful a lockpick even is in this scenario. I've got the lethal syringe. I don't know if a lockpick is all that useful here. It might be. We could just go standard and smuggle in a pistol, but guns are easy to come by. So we'll put the lockpick in here. Might not be of any use, but why not? We can still have fun with it. Let's still have a good bit of fun. And by the way, y'all, on as far as other stuff we're doing this week, obviously we're going to be talking Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2 tonight on MMM, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be on the Eclectic Goats channel in about 3.5 hours or so. I got invited on to talk the show Carnival, which I am watching for the first time. It's an interesting show. And obviously this week I am pushing to have my Aladdin video out, which that video is almost complete. Obviously I stopped about 2/3 of the way through to do the Captain America video, but I'll tell you this, but the Captain America video was a much more difficult one to edit than the Aladdin one. The Aladdin one's been kind of easy by comparison, so I've just been slowly chipping away at it on the side, but now that the Captain America video is complete, I can devote more time to that. I'll probably stream this tomorrow, but for the most part tomorrow I'm going to be working on finishing up Aladdin, the poorly explained one, and we will see from there. I've got a couple other video ideas I'm working on. A movie could pop up that I do a sudden review on. I'm thinking I'm probably going to do more videos about, more current stuff here and there, but yeah, got some fun stuff planned. I'm wanting to put more videos out this year than in previous years. Now that I've learned a good amount about Da Vinci and stuff like that, and
Excuse me, you're not allowed here, you know.
I feel like I can put stuff out quicker.
You'll be on your way in a
If I were to sum up what the director said, he basically defended brutalist architecture and said anyone who doesn't like it is a fascist. What even is brutalist architecture? What is that? I sent you a video with the pitch challenge for later? Oh, okay, yeah. The baseball thing, yeah. Cool. I will check that out. Excuse me. Working our way through the crowd. Tell you what, if you wanted to do a Minecraft Everyone challenge, this would probably be one of the hardest maps to do it on.
Just flying out there. Look at those lap times. I guess he's out to show Matthias Schuster who's #1.
No, who? Okay, so if I want to get over there, probably gonna have to take an underground route. I'm an employee now. I'll have to look for a uniform of sorts, see if there's any around there. Doesn't appear to be. That's fine. We can acquire one. Imagine a parking lot being off limits. What the heck? Is there anyone in this bathroom? Hello. Oh, so the bathroom's okay.
Yeah, thanks. Doctor gave me some sort of vitamin hydration boost, normally reserved for the drivers. Fixed me right up. No, it's for after the race and stuff.
It's a guy in a flamingo outfit. Oh my gosh.
I'm here now. It's me up with Sierra Knox over at the hotel. Yeah, after the race. I just got to pick up the documents from my van, but I had to knock out a guy and steal his flamingo outfit.
He's an imposter. Who would do such a thing?
I know it's dumb. I think I lost him in the scuffle, but the real mascot is still over there. If I don't get them, I've got bye-bye money. I don't know.
A disgruntled Kronstadt employee has acquired some dirt on Sierra Knox and intends on blackmailing her. Disguised as one of the racing mascots, he plans to meet Sierra by the old motel. Well, I always did feel that pink was your color, 47.
Well, you're so killing her as a flamingo.
Oh, my mascot outfit. Who would do that?
Locate the mascot's old van.
I called earlier about my loss.
It's like, we got it. Open up. I have the evidence. It's a lot less suspicious if I close it.
You know me.
Hey, can I borrow this crowbar? Is that okay? I guess I can't go in there. I could turn that off and lure him. It's a Disguise yourself as the mascot. Okay, well, I need a place to put him.
Find some keys over there.
I did.
Oh man, you're a real lifesaver. Thank you.
We'll just set him off on his way. It's okay, Mr. Flamingo Guy. I just want to make sure you get to your car all nice, safe, and sound. Alright, where... Oh, there we go. I'm afraid that's my flamingo outfit, sir. I'll have to edit this for like when I dump him in here, it's like Bully McGuire, like, you trash, bro. Because literally, I just made him trash. We got our key card. Not bad.
The race is entering its final lap, 47.
I don't think I look gay at all. Alright. Actually, hang on. There's... I think... Yeah, my lockpick's over here. Oh, no, wait. Wait, is that in the van? What the heck? It is in the van. Okay. That's my lockpick. Okay, we are fully equipped. It is... Wait, Whitey, I didn't even know you were there. What's up? Whitey's listening. He's like, oh, a meme idea. Well, we'll get that done. Well, good to see you, man. Good to see you. A fellow flamingo. I don't like competition. If I had a gun.
47. The race is over. Sierra will be coming off the track anytime now.
Oh no. Twilight shenanigans, yeah. What's in here? What's in here? Ooh. I like how just a normal racetrack cabinet contained a lethal syringe just around. Because that's what you can find at a race car track. Is a lethal syringe. Did that guy really not see me just now? Okay. Locate the meeting. And play the part. You know how buildings used to look like art? Yep.
Nice outfit. Really brings out your eyes. Miss Knox informed me you'd be here. She asked to make sure you brought the documents. So, did you bring the documents?
I have the papers right here.
Excellent.
Am I flapping my arms for real?
Have a seat or something. I'll let Miss Knox know you're here.
So far, so good. Now, let's see where this meeting is headed.
Caw-caw! Exactly.
There's a guy here wearing a mascot outfit claiming you have an appointment.
There's a guy here dressed as a fassive maggot.
I'll let him know you're on route.
Hey, Flamingo.
Am I fapping?
Have a seat somewhere. She'll be here as soon as she can.
Yes, that's what I meant.
So,
Something like that.
Is it me or is Kyle Kalinske a moron? Like one of the biggest idiots. You know, it's funny. I remember not just a few years ago, like there were a lot of liberals who acted like this is like Kyle Kalinske is Ben Shapiro's kryptonite. You know, it was like debates and stuff, and I was like, okay, I don't know who he is, and then I looked him up, and I'm like, you know, say whatever you want about Ben Shapiro. He's obviously an effective debater, and I'm just like, Kalinski's an idiot. What are you all talking about? He's just another typical triggered lefty. He's an idiot, and I mean, granted, he's gotten dumber over the years, but holy crap. I'm like, y'all really fluffed this guy up, and it's like, he's kind of pathetic, to be honest. Brutalist architecture is what made all the buildings we build as gray, square, with zero personality or artistic value. Everyone left and right hates it. Brutalism is architecture for the machine. Gotcha. So wait, that's what that movie's about? Are people who can't build buildings that are interesting, and if you call them uninteresting, you're a racist?
So, Mr. I never did catch your name.
Names are for friends.
Name's Mingo.
Straight to the point in all business.
Flamingo.
Walk with me.
Where are we going?
Don't worry. What am I gonna do? Kill you in broad daylight. I just want a little privacy here. Not about to do sensitive business like this in front of an audience.
Good idea.
Good idea. Wouldn't want
So
people seeing me in my suspicious outfit.
To have somehow found internal reports that show Kronstadt's involvement in the Tungan Valley massacre.
Sounds about right.
Let's be clear. You and I are having this meeting because my father doesn't need to know about this. It's just another.
Why would a
undesired
flamingo
distraction.
be a mascot at a racing event anyway?
I don't care if it mentions moving money from the Nexus.
Hey,
or
look,
injecting
plastic
into
on the
Tungan
ground.
Valley damage control, as you claimed in your correspondence. I do care about protecting my father, which is why you and I are now here.
I see.
Leave me alone for a few minutes, guys.
Sure thing.
I'm going to create a save file here because
Miss Knox.
I can pull a couple of kills off here.
Just call. Around the corner.
So here's the deal. You hand over the documents and leave, and that's the end of it. And you will do that now. So here
It's
are
about one of
two
the architects who
possible
started it,
outcomes
who
of this
happens to be a Holocaust
One,
survivor.
you will leave this place and this
I mean, being a
country for
Holocaust
good,
survivor doesn't
and
make
that
you a
will
good
be-
architect. That looks so weird. Did y'all see how janky that animation was? What the heck? Oh gosh, that was funny. That was funny. Oh, Whitey, thank you for the tree fitty agent. This is the outfit of a killer. Yes, it is. It is the agent of a killer. Alright, alright. I want to try a different kill on her, but holy crap, that was funny. That was a very wonky animation there. Oh, man. The director came out simping hard for the style, saying he doesn't know why people... Yeah, why don't people like buildings that look like boxes? It's such a mystery.
You hand over the documents and leave, and that's the end of it. And you will do that now.
Fine.
So here are the
You
two
can have
possible
my...
outcomes of this meeting. One, you will leave this place and this country for good, and that will be the end of it.
Target down. Next up, Robert Knox.
And bye-bye. Haha. In the style of communism and capitalism. The cannoli, thank you for the 2. Fap your heart. Jeez. Appreciate that. All brutalists are Marxists too. Yeah, big shocker. Alright, so let's do a little dress up here. Wonder if it will kill him if I just drop him down that shaft. Probably will, but that is a risk I am willing to take. Oh, I thought there's a trash can. You trash, bro. So she made a Vex gurgle sound and died. Kinda, yeah. That's what I need. I need a soundboard that I can push every time I do. It's like, you trash, bro. Alright, so now let's go to our mission stories. That area is compromised, no longer available. The munchies. Oh my gosh. I'll put some dirt in your eye. Yeah. This one's actually really cool. I quite like that little mission. Little mission. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Wayland stuff is coming in with the $1.99. Alright, my turn to enter this gong bong shoes on. Well, there you go. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. This is why we stream, for flames. I mean, it's not really why we do it. We do it for funsies. But, you know, if you can get some super chats in for the funsies, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, a little beer. A little beer. It's considering a ban on pointed knives and curved... It's a curved urban... Yeah, that'll... I'm sure nobody knows how to sharpen a knife. Only coming in with another 2. Thank you, buddy. You gonna cry now? Yeah. Ooh, we got poison. Sweet. Sweet. Alright. So. Now, how do we get over there? So, okay, that's actually... I'm guessing that's across the street. Pull that one. Okay, so
enjoy the rest of your time here.
It's totally the knife's fault, not Muhammad or anything. Praise be unto him. Exactly. We definitely wouldn't want to violate the religion of chickpeas. Which team do you like more, 2004 or 2014 Patriots? I mean, probably I like the 2014 ones more. I think the 2004 team is probably better, but I personally like the 2014 team more because I wasn't fully a Patriots fan in 2004. I had not I liked the Patriots at the time, but I was not full on a fan yet. Like, I didn't really jump on, like, 2004, I was still kind of figuring out which team I liked the most, because, you know, I'd been raised a Bengals fan. But, probably by about 2006 where I realized, yep, I'm a Patriots fan. They're my team. Because I followed them the most, I rooted for them the most. But, yeah, Brady was better in 2014, the defense was better in 2004, yeah. I mean, Brady was still he was excellent in 2004. But that was the most, like, 2004 was arguably the most complete team New England had. If you're a full-on fan from in 2001 or 2. Not full-on. I really liked New England a lot in 2000. Like, during 2001 is when I first started to follow them. Because I thought the Brady decision was I thought that was interesting. I thought that was good. I was very impressed that Belichick did that. So that's when I started to actually follow them. So I became a fan of them in 2001. But they became my team around, I would say, 2006. That's when I basically adopted them as my team.
Children made the gruesome find close to an abandoned apricot farm, which, according to
Abandoned apricot? Who would abandon an apricot farm? That's just unholy. Who would do such a thing? Is that even bad, really, though? Sisters. The device of a lesbian. Alright, how you doing, fellow guard? You know, I'm something of a guard myself.
I'm hearing
I love apricots. I don't think I've ever had, like, a fresh apricot. I've had, like, the dry ones. I'm not particularly high on those, but they're not bad. But I've never had a fresh one. 14 was freaking good. I'm surprised they had to go on the road in the playoffs that year. Yeah. Was Pittsburgh the 1 seed that year? Were they the team that... Because I know they beat New England. They're the ones who ended that streak. I think I recall them playing them on the road during the playoffs. That was it's a game where, like, Deion Branch went off. I think it was. Yeah, okay, yeah, it was Pittsburgh, right. Means that's what brutalist is about. Any man who calls himself an artist cannot be a brutalist. Gotcha.
Robert Knox has a...
But yeah, if that's what brutalist architecture is, it's freaking cringe. It's 2004 AFC Championship game. Yep, another game highlighting how much Brady absolutely owned the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers ever beat him in the playoffs. They rarely beat him, period, but I don't think they ever beat him in the playoffs. Oh crap, I need a key card.
Never been to any of these races before.
I need a screwdriver. Quick, somebody get me some OJ and some vodka.
But it's off limits, apparently.
Yeah, Robert Knox owns the whole thing. He straight up just bought it. Downstairs is okay, upstairs...
Bloody hell, I need a key card. Maybe not. Maybe I can worm my way in there this way. Okay. But a jack on the rocks, will that do? I don't know. It says I needed a screwdriver, so here we go. It's so amazing that this tool can be created just with vodka and orange juice. It's amazing. Oh, I meant to knock him out. Sorry. Just randomly stabbed this guy. I had no idea that was his weakness. I'm sorry. Do you think Mahomes' 9-game playoff win streak is more impressive than Brady's 10-game streak, even though Brady missed the playoffs? I kind of do. I kind of do think that... Because I'm guessing you probably saw I was having this discussion with somebody online. Which, granted, that person was an idiot because they didn't understand that what I was arguing mostly was about the definition of a streak. And I was like, look, Brady's 10-win streak is a streak. That's why it's in the record books as a streak. There's really no getting around that. That's a fact. Now, if you want to argue that Mahomes' streak is more impressive because he did it in consecutive years, I actually agree with that. That's a sentiment I largely agree with. He was in... It's like, yes, Mahomes being in the playoffs in consecutive years and acquiring a 9-game streak and almost repeating, yes, that is, to me, more impressive than Brady having 10 straight playoff wins over 4 years where he actually would have missed the playoffs. I do think Mahomes' streak is more impressive.
Sounds like a good idea.
But it doesn't... Now, which is a more fruitful streak? Well, it's Brady's. Brady won... Like, that's the element to where somebody could argue against it. They're like, well, Brady actually won 3 Super Bowls, with his 10. So his 10 wins are more valuable wins, but it's all in kind of how you characterize it. It's like Brady winning, 3 Super Bowls is obviously more impressive than Mahomes' 2, but the actual 9-game winning streak, the streak itself, the 9 is more impressive than the 10, because the 10 was done with a gap. Yeah, but that idiot did not want to accept even that it was a streak, and I'm like, well, of course it's a streak. That's why it's in the record book as such. It's like, it's like, if you got a problem with that, take it up with the people who define the word streak. Take it up with the NFL. That's in the record books that way. Get over it. Idiot. What a tard. Alright, he's looking away.
Plenty of security here.
What the hell is that? Oh my god.
It's nothing. Shut up. Yeah. It's fine. He's like, what is that? Imagine having a wrench thrown at your face and it not killing you. That's amazing. Oh, praising his stat padding and salivating on that. Well, that's... Don't mistake that for anything other than that's just Chiefs fans trying to fluff that. Those are Chiefs counts. So of course they're doing that. They're the same kind of idiots who are like, that incomplete pass could have been the greatest throw of all time, which, number one, let's say he had completed it. Now, as an athletic feat, yes, that would have been highly impressive. But it would have been miles from anything close to the best touchdown pass of all time, because it still wouldn't have mattered. They still were blown out. Even if he completes that touchdown, they're blown out. If 31-9 becomes, 31-16 or 17? Whoop-de-frickin' do. 31-9 becomes what, 31-16 or 17? Whoop-de-frickin' do. 31-9 becomes what, 31-16 or 17? Whoop-de-frickin' do. 31-9 becomes what, 31-16 or 17? Whoop-de-frickin' do. And we're going to pour this booster in there to make it extra spicy.
Hey, Buck.
Huh. Why's the engine off? Let's just try to get this started again. Well, that doesn't sound good. Better call Knox.
Better call Knox.
Mr. Knox? Yeah, it's Smith from down at the expo. Listen, the Mark III's making some, well, just odd noises. Can you come? Great. All right. Yeah, I'll be here.
I think we're going to set him on fire with this, which, that's pretty cool. Look at 47. Look at this nerd. Look like such a nerd. Agent 47's a giant nerd. Looks the big gay. Not really. That was before with the flamingo outfit. So not a very flattering collection of outfits when you think about it. Did you just say looking good? I don't look good. I look horrible. Alright, with him standing there. Okay. Okay. I guess we have to be prompted.
Forget it. Step aside. I'm handling this myself.
He's doing a bit tinkering. Gentlemen, start your engines. Uh-oh. I heard a little start up there. Alright, what happened?
Come on, baby.
Okay, so I needed to do that, I think. So hang on. I think I need to do that. He's like, fine, I'll do it myself.
God, if someone's been tampering with the car, heads will roll. I need you to get...
Okay, I'll get in the car. There we go. Come on, baby, one more time. How does he know my name is Smith? Whoa! He killed a security guard.
We got multiple homicides on our hands.
Whoa, what do you mean homicides? It was an accident, clearly. I didn't do it. I mean, oh no. That's terrible. I don't take artificial intelligence seriously because I've already seen where regular intelligence gets us. I don't take it seriously because it can't even spell. When AI learns to spell, I'll start getting a little bit more worried. But it's pretty inconsistent on that front. It doesn't even know how many fingers people have yet. I mean, there are some, don't get me wrong, there's some pretty cool things you can do with AI. But, there's a lot of silliness to it as well. There's a lot of silliness to AI. Alright. Everyone's dead. Oh wait, it looks like that's the, looks like here are the exits. Who is this guy? Da-da-da. American dipped 68% at the box office. I mean, honestly, I'm a little annoyed that people are acting like that's this huge shock. 68%, believe it or not, kind of standard. That's, I mean, it's not good, but like the Friday dip was extreme. The Friday dip was close to 85%. That was worth commenting on. The weekend dip is not that bad. I mean, granted, I would like to say it. I would like to tell you it's worse because the movie doesn't deserve to do well at the box office, and overall, it doesn't look like it's going to do well. But 68% dip is not all that. That's not really that big a deal. That's fairly standard, especially these days. Like, they're making that out to be like, oh, it's a catastrophe there. And I'm like, 68% is pretty common. It's a pretty common dip. Do you think neo-noir exists or it's a fake genre? No, I think neo-noir... I'm fine with movies getting called neo-noirs. I mean, like, I think Drive's a good example of a neo-noir. I think it's one of those terms that gets misapplied at times, but it's a real thing. Is Taxi Driver a neo-noir? I think that could be argued, sure. Now, granted, I don't know if I would... When I say it could be argued, I don't mean yes, absolutely. I'm not totally sure. Lance, what's going on? Been watching the TV show Paradise on Disney. Actually pretty good. Are you around to stream later? Might do. No, I'm going to be on Eclectic Goat's channel not too long from now. We're going to be talking... she invited me to talk the show Carnival, which I've been watching for the first time, which that's an interesting one. But yeah, after I'm done here, I'm gonna have some dinner and then talk Carnival.
This is exactly what the enemy wants. We need to fight the sickness, not the symptom.
But I have not seen the show Paradise. I actually don't know anything much about Paradise.
Right. The Burnwood woman. Eric Soders warned you
Can't
about
get these carnivals.
I can handle Miss Burnwood. Everyone hates power until you offer them.
One thing that did annoy me about Hitman 2 is the fact that these cutscenes are a little less elaborate, which I thought they use a lot of stills and whatnot. I thought that was kind of annoying.
Fact remains.
Hostman went on a rant the other day about what people call neo-noir. He essentially doesn't think Taxi Driver is a noir film. Essentially, for him, it's noir or nothing. I mean, I can understand not thinking Taxi Driver is a noir film. It lacks certain elements of a typical noir, you know, even of a neo-noir. You know, like the femme fatale and whatnot. But no, I don't agree with the idea of noir or nothing. I think that's silly.
Grasping at straws.
Ray is a mercenary, a veteran of every backwater tragedy you've ever ignored on the 5 o'clock news. Chechnya, Sierra Leone, the list goes on.
But then again, I'm like the least purist on things like that.
No records of any kind.
Ah, come on. CIA, KGB.
It's neither noir. Yeah.
Dark.
After the curtain was lifted, I cast a very wide net. Lucas Gray simply does not exist.
If you're all quite done wetting yourselves with excitement, I couldn't give two shits where he came from. I only want to know one.
This lady, I remember when this lady first popped up and I was like, please tell me we get to kill her. Which you actually get the mission where you take her out in Hitman 3. Oh, it's glorious. It's one of my favorite maps. Possibly my favorite map. It's the mansion. Oh, it's so good. Or that Chinatown and LA Contract are two noir films, not neo-noir.
This is his fight.
I mean, I would largely agree with that. I don't think LA Confidential is a neo-noir. I think that's a noir film. Same with Chinatown. I would call those standard noir.
He's coming for us.
Because thematically they fit old noir films a little better.
Rika.
Like there are elements to them that you could argue are somewhat more neo-noir, like the violence is a little bit stronger, the sexuality is a bit stronger. I would still characterize Chinatown and LA Confidential as noir films, whereas something like Drive I would say is closer to a neo-noir. Oh yeah, LA Confidential's fantastic. LA Confidential should have won Best Picture that year. Not stupid Titanic. LA Confidential's so much better. That is a great film.
Our Providence contact has shared the identity.
Good morning, 47. It's 9:48. You should have called me a minute earlier.
His past is a black void, but our analysts are digging deep.
Whoa, man. You can't just go around calling voids black. That's racist.
Comparing the malicious attack patterns with global shipping and transportation routes,
lady,
we've figured out how Mr. Gray and his paramilitaries move around the world undetected. They're using the distribution network of the Delgado cartel, Colombia's biggest drug manufacturer.
Lance is an uncommon name nowadays, but in medieval times, people named Lance a lot.
If we can cripple the cartel, we can severely limit the malicious strike range. But to do so,
by the way, Lance, I'd be curious to know what you think of the Captain America video I dropped. I know the thumbnail is a little bit... I mean, the purpose of the thumbnail is to poke fun at people who call you names for criticizing things. That's who I'm poking fun at there. But that's not really much to do with the actual video itself. But I am curious what you would think of that video. I had to re-release it this morning because the opening got claimed, so I had to change the song and re-edit it. But
paving the way for an expansion
yeah.
of Delgado Logistics network. While the brilliant but antisocial Franco has
oh, thank you, Lance. I appreciate that.
a new type of super cocaine. So, three of
Thank you,
Colombia's
Whitey.
most
Thank
infamous
you.
crime lords inhabiting a decidedly hostile environment. I will leave you to prepare.
The Three-Headed Serpent. Thing I remember about this mission is this guy looks like a young hippie Stan Lee, and this woman needs to close her shirt. Nads, what's going on, Nadia? First watch, it was at 12 views, then doubled, then tripled. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty slow with the views, which that's fine. I don't really. That's like whatever. Hopefully it picks up, but we'll see. We'll see. Who even knows what YouTube favors?
And the closed-off cartel compound is extremely tight. Armed sicarios patrol the streets of the village, ready to enforce harsh punishments to those who do not comply.
And by the way, y'all, Nadia's got a stream coming up middle of March, which I'm going to be a part of. I'm looking forward to that. We'll be going over what I think is like her list of some of her favorite horror movies. Which I'm a bit over halfway through those, I think. What genre would you argue for Blade Runner? See, Blade Runner to me, you could argue, is kind of the quintessential neo-noir. Like, I don't know how you argue it's anything but noir, but I'm like, isn't it kind of obviously neo-noir? See, look, close your shirt, lady. Jeez. What a whore. Goodwin essentially argued moral ambiguity is key for a noir. I agree with that. I think moral ambiguity is is something of a precept. It's something you kind of need for a noir film. So let's see. Deadly Art, Half-Baked, Me After 3 drinks. I'll tell you, one of my favorite classic noirs has to be Double Indemnity. Which, if you haven't seen Double Indemnity, oh, it's so good. Double Indemnity is freaking amazing. That is a brilliant film. It's a gorge. Is if it's called Noir Futurism? What, called Blade Runner Noir Futurism? I mean, I haven't heard that term really before, so I'd be curious. I mean, because I know Blade Runner is like his favorite movie. And I know he hated 2049. He hates 2049, which there's a lot of people who hate 2049, which... But I know he really hates 2049. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo are set to perform at the Oscars. That doesn't surprise me in the least. Doesn't surprise me in the least. And I couldn't care less. I have... This is probably the least interested I've ever been in the Oscars. Like, literally, there is one award I have a mild bit of interest in, and that's Demi Moore winning Best Actress. I want her to win. But that is literally the only award I have a lick of interest in. Whoever hates 2049 should be sent to the god. I've seen Double Trouble Peter and David Paul, Mullets and Muscles. The Substance should win them all. I was kind of talking about that earlier, Nadia. I think if the Oscars wanted to be interesting, The Substance would be the movie that would get awarded the most, because it's kind of one of the only like non-typical movies that came out this year. It's genuinely unique and interesting. You know, I know there are some people who don't particularly like it. But I think it's inarguably a unique film, and a pretty well made one, I think. I actually think the girl who directed it should win. She's going to win, but I think she should. I think she actually did an excellent job directing her movie. She should be the second person to win that award. I will never be able to figure out how that chick won for... I can't remember the girl's name, the Asian girl who won, what was her name, Chloe Zhao, who won for Nomadland, who I have never heard anyone talk about that movie. Not once. I have never heard anyone discuss that movie. I am simply aware it exists. Like, the only thing I think I've heard of is that Frances McDormand poops in a bucket. And I'm like, okay. Great. That's cinema right there. Glorious. That's what we need. More buckets of poop! The Oscars is a popularity contest. Yeah, basically. Like, I like the idea of an award show that actually awards good movies. I like that. That's why it's like, it would be easy to get invested in a Oscars where, it would be interesting to have an Oscars where I actually cared about some of the outcomes, but holy crap, I don't care about those. Sawi, what's going on? Did Red Dead 2 end? Oh, yeah. Red Dead 2 ended a couple weeks ago, man. This is my fourth playthrough. Well, not my fourth playthrough, but this is my fourth session of Hitman. By the way, y'all, like I said, we are currently one super chat away from the goal of eliminating an entire map. Now, we will need to potentially... Uh-oh. The camera told on me? What the heck? They're using smart cameras. That's racist. I must silence the witness. Not that it really matters, but... Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. That's nice. He even hit himself for me. That's great. I bought a phone and didn't have notifications in the channel, so... What the heck? That's why I was absent. Oh, it's no problem, man. It's no problem. good to see you all the same. But, and honestly, I didn't even stream last week. I was putting I was putting 2 videos together, really, so I didn't even have a chance to stream it all last week. So you didn't miss too much. Alright, we gotta hide from these folk. Please tell me Blade Runner is on the MMM schedule. It isn't at the moment, though, you know, it could be added down the road a bit, but we'll see. We'll see. MMM is going to be taking a little bit of a hiatus after the spring, but doesn't mean it'll never be on one of those. Yeah, I freaking love Blade Runner. It's one of my favorites. It's probably my second favorite movie after Amadeus, which I get a physical copy of Amadeus tomorrow. Well, of the theatrical cut. The good one. Wait, is he not letting me in? Look at the hippo, man. Did he just swear at me? What the heck? What a racist. I'd rather watch every Jackie Chan movie trailer. Wait, why do you don't like Blade Runner? Or you haven't, or have you just not seen it? What the heck? Okay, so Israel is going to be put in a timeout for being gay. I feel like I would love Amadeus more if I didn't know so much history. I don't know why you're worried about history watching a movie. Movies are the last place I would go for a history lesson. I just don't care about history when it comes to movies unless the movie is saying it's history. If the movie says it's being historical and it's lying, that's one thing, but clearly Amadeus is not doing that. Oh, I need a key card. Bloody hell. We're gonna get in here. We're gonna find a way. History is fake and it's fiction. Like, there's more historically accurate about Amadeus than I think some people give it credit for. But yeah, the story being told is a fictional one. Which, you know, it's being pretty upfront about.
I've got tons of respect for you guys.
Oh, thanks. See? He likes content creators. I assume that's what that guy's talking about. Let's see if I can go around. It's hard to ignore if you know the history. I've honestly never had that issue. Like, I've seen movies that are based on real history. I've never been bothered by that. If the movie's good, it's good. Whether I know the history or not. I've never had trouble separating that. It's kind of the same with adaptations. That's kind of what I feel about adaptations in general, is if you're adapting a fictional story, even if I know and love the story, if you do it well, that's fine. It's its own version. Like Tombstone, love it, especially compared to the history. Yeah. It's like that movie plays really fast and loose with history. Granted, I think Tombstone is highly flawed, but not because of the history stuff. I think it's flawed because it's a movie that's got flaws. But it's a dang good movie. It's a great entry-level Western, I think. Does get a little bit overblown. Some people are like, ooh, it's the best Western ever. It's like, no, it's not. Haven't seen The Last Samurai. I've heard it's amazing. Yeah, Last Samurai is great. Again, not particularly accurate on a historical level, but it's not trying necessarily to be. But yeah, Last Samurai is awesome. I need to rewatch that soon. Oh, absolutely. Fantastic musical score. What if it did follow the history straight up morally gray stuff? I think you still could. I mean, I think there's room for both versions. I actually would like to see a historically accurate take on that movie. And there's a chance it would be better.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know if I think the same is true of Amadeus, though. I mean, you obviously could do that. You can tell a story with the with Amadeus, but Quiet Gordon, I'm still watching your video. Well, Lance, you could mute this one, and you'd get the same effect. But I think everything Amadeus does is just it's pitch perfect. The way it utilizes the music to tell its story, the various thematic elements.
Gosh darn it! Hey, what's up, man?
The progression of the story, the character, it's so good. I just don't like the director's cut, and I'm so glad that we're getting away from it. I mean, IMDb is low. It's an 8.4. Yeah, well, that's not low. That's not even good if that's a joke, Israel. That's not even a good joke.
In one piece, when I deliver.
Like, you realize that puts it in the top 250. That's why that doesn't really work as a joke. Like, if you had said it was overrated, then you'd have the makings of a joke, but it's like it's low on IMDb. It's like, no, it's not. What are you talking about? It's lower than it should be. I'll give you that, but that's fine.
I'd like to buy some glue, please.
No, I'm afraid we just ran out of that item, senor. I saw the last bottle to the mechanic next door.
It's not the lost battle to a mechanic next door. Why does he talk like that? He sounds more Indian than Hispanic.
Do I know him?
Do you sell glue?
A la puta.
Whoa. Did he just say a la punta? The heck? That's uncalled for. I'm excited for Mission Impossible. I just hope this one is great and the series ends on a high note. I don't know if excited's the word I would use. Like, the last one was so bad that I'm more kind of like... And it's bad. It was bad to the point where I was just like, how do you fix this? Because they're having to keep with the same story, so it's like, how do you fix this story? I'm curious. I'm not saying I'm hopeless about it. I'm just like, oh, y'all got your work cut out for you with this movie. I was expecting way more Rock Me Amadeus. I was sadly mistaken. I mean, how dare you? No, but oh, whoops! I shouldn't have done that. Ba-da-ba-ba. Let's see. I have it at 3 minutes. There we go. Also, The Patriot. Thank goodness that movie didn't follow history. 10 times better than history. I like The Patriot. I mean, it's wildly inaccurate, but I don't care. It's a fun movie. It's a dang fun movie. Oh yeah, I gotta get glue. I guess I have to listen to their stupid conversation? My gosh.
But it broke.
Bummer, man.
So,
Yeah, The Patriot's really fun. Very fast and loose with the history, but good movie. Really good movie. I like it. I only have an issue with historical inaccuracy if you are telling me you're being historically inaccurate, or you're being historically accurate and you're lying.
I saw the last bottle to the mechanic next door.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if you can give the Patriot that kind of grace away, then Amadeus should be easy. Amadeus certainly isn't portraying itself as factual.
Do you sell glue?
What a racist calling me names. 2012 followed Al Gore's predictions. Well, him and the Mayans. I had no idea Al Gore was a Mayan. Like, doesn't that basically mean that that the Mayans foresaw climate change or something like that? I mean, they they foresaw fiction. 2012 is one of the dumbest movies ever. It is pretty stupid. Mayans wanted carbon credits. Kinda, yeah. I have to fix the magic school bus. Gave us the code one way at a time. Am I the only one who liked Apocalypto? No. You're definitely not the only person who liked Apocalypto. Apocalypto's a good movie. I don't know many people who don't like Apocalypto. That's a dang good movie. Oh, I have to disguise myself as him. Okay, okay.
Please get out of my face.
Please get out of my face.
Wow. Radical chrome dome, my man.
How do you know I'm wearing a hat?
Do you have any glue?
No.
Yeah, figures.
The Mayans never finished their Playboy calendar. Apocalypto's cool. Yeah, most people I know like it. That's a pretty... I wouldn't go so far as to say it's universally liked, but, I mean, most everybody I know who's seen Apocalypto is pretty down with it. Remaining 4 days to Ramadan. I don't know much about Ramadan. I know it's a Muslim holiday of sorts, but that's about all I know about it. Gotta follow the hippie guy. This is Small Lebowski. Apocalypto is what Prey should have been. Yeah, kinda. Prey is terrible. I can't believe there's people who like Prey is garbage. It's a garbage movie.
That was some good pot, man.
Muslims fast every day. Gotcha.
Like that ever before. Pretty sure you turned into like mantis. Tongues or something, man. Yeah, right on.
Right on, man.
I was repairing the very fabric of the universe itself with my voice alone. Pretty rad. Oh, darn it. That reminds me. I need to find some glue for that souvenir. I should talk to the hotel manager. Maybe just find
Shanna Banana, what's going on? Good to see ya. Seth Rogen weed yeah. Good to see you, Jana. Whoops. They saw me, oh no. He fell onto a brick.
right now. Let go of the body. ¿Entiendes? What's going on here?
Nothing.
Oh shit! Somebody get help!
I wonder if me disguising myself as a hippie is gonna matter.
Okay, I've got you, man. Yeah. See.
The Niet stream where they ripped apart Prey, it was pretty awesome.
Hey, we need to flush him out.
Oh, thank God you're here, Bud.
I was kind of curious, like, 'cause I didn't get to watch the whole stream, so I was curious. I was curious what everyone thought of it. Like, I know Jay likes it. Gooch, I mean. But I don't know if he changed his mind on rewatch or what. By the way, Janet, if you get a chance, and you haven't already, be curious to know what you thought of the Captain America video. Oh crap, I need a key card. Gooch liked Prey. I know he did at least on his first watch. He defended it for a little while. I don't know if he liked it on rewatch, but I know initially he did. Gooch hates it on really? Oh, that's good to know because I'm sorry, Prey is terrible. I mean, it's one thing. I mean, look again. It's one thing if you like a movie. If you like it, you like it. It's fine, but it's not good. And I know there was a time where he was kind of trying to defend it as a good movie, and I'm like, no, it's not a good movie. It's a bad film. If you like it, you like it. There's not a lot of movies I will fault you for liking. But it's not good. There's a difference. There is a difference between liking something and calling it good. And in Prey's case, there's a gulf of difference between liking it and calling it good. Prey is garbage. Okay, so let's see. Infiltrate the smuggling cave. So I need to... I think there's guards I have to talk to. Like, hey, what's up, bro? Ah, okay. I've got illegal items. So, okay. So let's drop that. And probably not allowed. There we go. Alright. Rub away at me.
This'll just take a second, man.
Gucci really hated the Comanche inaccuracies, especially when the movie was bragging about it. Then before it came out,
Okay, let's go, man.
Goodwin was trolling Gooch that whole stream.
Interesting to see how many of you backpacking types are willing to bend your morals for a little cash.
Peace and love isn't really my thing.
YouTube never tells me when you're going live. That's because YouTube is racist. But welcome all the same, Blue Collar. Welcome all the same.
I thought you hippie types were only to the softer drugs. I'm surprised to see you working for Franco.
This guy accosting my morality when he's a drug seller? What the heck? A Blade Runner Harrison Ford's narration. I mean, okay. Well, why don't I say this? If the Blade Runner version you were trying to watch over and over again was the one with the narration, that's where you went wrong. I don't like the narration at all. I get what they were going for because they were going for the old noir style, but it doesn't work at all. It's quite terrible. Harrison Ford didn't like it either, which is why he didn't try that hard, which granted, he should have, that's his job. But yeah, the final cut is the definitive version. That's the version to watch. Yeah, I freaking love it. Oh no, it's the monkey. But it's a bear. Is that a white? It's White Bear. Look, it's White Bear.
Hey, you there. Yeah, you, fishy fella. Who are you?
Is he really going to discover who I am based on me playing with a toy?
Why are you not listening, you more?
Am I really going to have to do that over just because of that crap? Really? Bloody hell. The narrations weren't even wrote by the two main writers and were thrown in later by the studio. Correct. I haven't seen the movie and want to make my own decision. As you should. As you should. I know the first time I watched Blade Runner, I didn't particularly care for it, but the rewatch enhanced it quite a bit, and then I got to see it in theaters with 2049, and I was like, whoa, this is actually becoming one of my favorite movies. And I've seen it probably like 50 times now.
Isn't really my thing.
Live by the monkey, die by the monkey. Thank you, Whitey, for another tree fitty. Which we know what this means now. We've hit the goal. We've hit the goal. So
You're expected. Have a seat.
we gotta do some Saris killing. Oh, you meant Captain America. Gotcha. Well, I mean, do you really want to see it though? I mean, if you want to, that's great. But forewarning, it sucks. It's pretty terrible. But I appreciate the approach all the same. I like to take the same approach generally, but it's pretty bad. Already heavy, oh my gosh.
So, despite an annoying delay,
I was angry I had to re-upload yesterday's stream. They blocked the video because I shared a Twitter article that showed 40 seconds of Mickey 17, and I said, yeah, that does suck. I understand the frustration, obviously. I
had no issues.
I mean, they pulling the claim crap on my Captain America videos. I had to re-upload it this morning, so that was fun. Granted, the upside is that I genuinely do think I made the video better. Which, if I'm going to have to re-upload something, that's what I want to do. So I'm like, okay, if I've got to re-upload this, and I would like to make it a better product now. What's this guy breathing so heavily for? It's like, dude, get out of the way. I'm trying to put this here. What the heck? Place the souvenir on the table. I want to! Could you get the heck out of the way? Wait, did they just mean cocaine? Nope. Darkest movies I've seen a trailer for in a long time. Hello, Jeanette. How you doing? Yeah, I'm interested in Mickey 17 though, because I think the director is pretty good at what he does. I think that's a good director. Why is this not letting me put this down? I'll have to be a chicken tender later, slots. And yet.
Oh, great.
There's a new upload. Your lovely Captain America vid, go figure. Yeah, the song at the beginning, which I found in a list of no copyright. I found it on a list of no copyright songs, got claimed, and I was like, ugh. It was most pleasing. I'm glad to hear it. If only the movie had been too. Okay, so old dude here. Are they gonna see if I kill him? Apparently not.
Franco confirmed down. Nice work, 47.
I know you. I'm the same.
Scissor me timbers. Now he's out. We need some help here. Why are you talking like Michael Jackson?
What's going on here? What happened?
Sounds like no one is.
You watched the movie, so I did not have to. Exactly.
Keep your head down if you want to stay alive.
Sí, can do.
Somebody told me he looks like Copa looks like the Hitman Agent 47 guy. There's some truth to it. Okay. Got them. How am I compromised? Oh, I guess because I was seen by the one dude, so, well. I can pass a submarine cruise still, so that's good. Alright. Because we reached the super chat goal, it's killing spree.
Oh, hey!
Whoops. I gotta keep in mind that the submarine crew, not supposed to have guns. That's how I live my life now. Gord, Johnny Law, Disparu, and Ryan George are my sources for... Should I spend my money? I don't have hours to waste. Well, I'm happy to be named amongst those sources. Whoops.
Hello, security.
Bullets are flying.
Gunfire. Somebody's letting loose. Okay, I'll check it out.
An underground cage system
Not safe.
with a submarine. This must be what ties the militia and the cartel
I need more
together.
people over here. Hey, go now. Find somewhere safe. Hey, alguien me escucha? ¿Es yo?
They're like, oh no. Alright. We are taking these suckers out. We do a show where we recommend to you the best stuff to watch every Tuesday on my channel. Occasionally the pumpkin pops in and bestows his wisdom. That's true. And Lance has a fantastic channel. Does great shows, does really cool interviews. Lance does excellent work. Oh, I love the red shoes. He's out.
This shit's all messed up. Do something, please. What's going on?
Alright, let's equip this one. We are capping fools.
Are you okay?
I do smell. This would be kind of terrifying for real. Just like look around all of a sudden, it's like, oh, that guy's gone. Oh, no problem, Lance. No problem. It's true. Alright, so all of them are done. Let's check around here, see if there's anybody underground here we left unattended. Is Collateral any good? Collateral's awesome. It has some issues, but overall, Collateral's pretty fantastic. I quite like Collateral. It's one of Michael Mann's, like, I would say, amongst Michael Mann movies, I would rank it... Yes, Collateral's the one with Tom Cruise in the cab with Jamie Foxx. Yeah, and it's bloody awesome. Great performance by Cruise. Yeah, I honestly thought Cruise should have been nominated. Like, Jamie Foxx was nominated for that and Ray that year. I thought Tom Cruise should have been nominated for it, personally. I thought he was better. I thought that's one of his best performances, I think. Michael Mann's one of my favorite directors, yeah. I don't even care for Cruise, but dang, yeah, he's awesome in that movie. But yeah, it's pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. I like it. I would say with Michael Mann movies, let's see, there's Heat's the best one. I would probably say The Insider is my second favorite. Collateral probably third. And then Last of the Mohicans fourth. At least of the ones I can think of. If I'm missing one, feel free to tell me, but those are the ones that do come to mind. Oh, we got another guy. We're taking them all out. Take him out. Mention Thief. Okay, Thief I have not seen yet with James Caan. I have that movie. I've not watched it yet. Heart Lets the Mohicans The Insider. Oh, Heat, yeah. Yeah, I would rank Last of the Mohicans fourth, but yeah, Last of the Mohicans is awesome. I mean, I'm not going to argue against that. Do you like Michael Mann over David Fincher? No, I think Fincher's better overall. I think both are great, but overall, I do think David Fincher is the better of the two.
Central, come in, come in. Hey, is it Chinese New Year or do I hear someone firing a weapon?
It's Chinese New Year. Do you think he'll believe it? You can feed the hippo. Oh, jeez. That's fun. I mean, see, I'm the other way around. I rewatch Fincher movies often, but I mean, granted, I rewatch both of them quite a bit. I think both are really awesome. It's just, for me, it's just, in this case, it's just pure quantity. I think Fincher has more great movies. But they're both excellent. But I think honestly, it's kind of a difference in when you might catch up to their filmographies. I got to Fincher's movies before Mann's, and I think that's going to be a factor for a lot of people if they're making that choice. Here you go, hippo. We're going to feed you some more. It's a hungry, hungry hippo. I'll go ahead and put on the mansion guard disguise while we're at it. That thing laughing? What the heck? Do you think Robert Zemeckis is great? He's done great movies, but he's also done some pretty wildly overrated movies too. Like, I saw Contact for the first time a few weeks ago, and that is one of the most overrated movies I've seen in a while. I'm kind of amazed that people think that movie's great, because I don't think it's even remotely close to great. I think it's okay, but I think Contact relies on a shocking amount of coincidence for its plot to even happen. So I was incredibly lukewarm on Contact, and it's one of those movies that I think it's impossible for it to improve on rewatch, because the flaws are very obvious. So I feel like a rewatch would only highlight more issues. So I did not think Contact was very good. It's got good things about it, but it's also incredibly cheesy. And again, so much coincidence. Forrest Gump hasn't aged well more than a few aspects, and I love that movie. I mean, I like Forrest Gump. I think it's overrated too. But on the whole, I think Forrest Gump is kind of on the low end of what I would call a great movie. Like, I think it's about like a 8 out of 10. Don't think it should have won Best Picture or anything, but it's got enough about it that I really like. I do think the memes about Jenny being the villain, that there's quite a bit of truth to them, because that's how they happened. I think there's quite a lot that's true about that claim. Don't diss the Gump, that's the gourd. I'm not retarded. What do you mean? Did Lance just low-key call me retarded? Because if he did, that's actually kind of funny. But I mean, I like Forrest Gump. It's just, It's one of those movies I think got too much attention during its time. But it happens, it's fine. Honestly, I feel like the score for Forrest Gump carried a lot of the movie. Tom's performance is good, but I think Cuba's performance in Radio was far better. I never watched Radio. Never watched it. I think with Forrest Gump, like, to me, like, the Oscars that year were kind of weird. He's saying your ex-girlfriend is I mean, I don't want to call her out, or but she didn't get that from me. But... Alright. Here you go. Feeding you to the hippo. Did it beat Shawshank that year? Pumpkin's Date? I mean, it gets lonely in the patch, you know? We have seeds. I think David Fincher is better than Tarantino. I mean, I can't exactly begrudge that take. I mean, it's not a hot take for sure. There's some truth to that statement, I can see. I mean, Fincher's dang good. Fincher's a bloody good director, so... I don't know if I agree with it personally, but I'd have to think about it, but... And I'd probably have to examine their movies very closely. But it's not totally a hot take. Fincher's a fantastic director. I think even some of his good movies get underrated, like The Killer. I think The Killer's kind of awesome. Especially on rewatch. I think that movie gets greatly underappreciated. But that is true, he does have Alien 3. Granted, Alien 3 wasn't all his fault, but it's still there. And Tarantino doesn't have a bad movie on his resume, but... So if we're going by batting average, it's like, yeah, it's like batting average, you could argue that Tarantino's the better one. But if you're going by quality and just how many great movies, OMG Gord, what'd I say? What'd I do? Is it because I said I liked The Killer? That's what I say to people who don't like The Killer. I think The Killer's really good. I did want to ask, though I never saw Zodiac, I wanted to know if it was well done. Zodiac is exceptional. Zodiac is arguably the best movie that Fincher has ever done. I think, as far as serial killer movies go, it's the best one ever made. And yes, I mean, I think it's better even than Silence of the Lambs. I think Zodiac is absolutely incredible. And if you read the book that Robert Graysmith wrote, it is incredibly close. To that book. Like, very little that you see that is presented as fact in Zodiac isn't true. I would say probably like 90 to 95% of the factual elements of Zodiac are correct. There's a couple of small ones that they don't get right, but they're very minute. And as far as the narrative, they don't hurt it or anything. But oh my gosh, Zodiac is so good. I adore that film. And just to give you an idea what it was like when I watched it the first time. So, my brother and I used to share an apartment. And I had bought the DVD for Zodiac some months prior. I have I always have a backlog, pretty large backlog of movies that I own but haven't watched. So I get home from work, I fall asleep on the couch, and when I wake up, I look at my brother's watching a movie. And it took me about 5 minutes to realize, oh, he's watching Zodiac. That's cool. And he was probably about 40 minutes to an hour into it, which that movie's about 2 hours and 40 minutes long. I got so interested in the movie that it woke me up entirely within about 10 minutes. And I sat there and I watched the next 2 hours of it. And it was so good that I started it over and rewatched the entire thing from the start. and then I went out and bought the books. I think it's one of the most... If you don't know anything about the Zodiac case, holy crap. That movie gets your brain really fired up. And if you know anything about it, it's like, I don't know how you can't come away from that movie just utterly enthralled. It is such a good movie. And for a movie that's that long and procedural, because the killings are out of the way quickly. Like, it's basically the only killings you watch are the ones that they know for sure were the Zodiac. Those are the only ones you actually see, and the only ones that have witnesses. Because his first killings didn't have any witnesses because he killed both people. So they don't recreate that scene. They only recreate 3 killings, and they're done in 40 minutes. Everything else is procedural and about what happened as a result, like the fallout, how it affected the people who studied the case and followed the case. That's what it's about, and it is amazing. Yeah, obviously I can gush about that movie pretty easily. But yeah, that's that. I will stop talking about Zodiac there. But yeah, I obviously am a huge fan of it. Highly recommend it. It is bloody awesome. My friend Donald Logue is in that. That is true. Donald Logue is in that movie. He plays what is the detective? It's the he's in the movie quite a bit. And in fact, when you interviewed him, that was what I most associated with him with is Zodiac. I was like, oh yeah, he's in Zodiac. I mean, he's in a lot of stuff. But yeah, he's great in that. I think he's the chief. Like, I don't remember what his exact. He's a detective from, I think what is it, Napa County? I think it was. I might not have the counties right, but yeah, he's good in that. The whole cast is excellent. Every freaking thing about that movie is great. Ugh, I love it. I so love that movie. Mr. Ballin, but I've been looking for something like that. Yeah, Jen, if you want a really excellent serial killer drama, you really can't do better. Even if Captain America asked you to do better. I'm watching Kickboxer for the 10th time this month. The Jean-Claude movie? Is that I'm thinking of Bloodsport. Though Kickboxer, that's probably his too. That movie was pre-RDJ comeback. I mean, you could argue that and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang were basically the movies that got him Iron Man. So you could argue they're partially responsible for the comeback. They go together in this house. I might catch some flack for saying this. I mean, granted, I enjoyed Bloodsport, but I think it's a bad movie. I mean, granted, I think it knows it's a silly movie too, but some people would just want to flat out call it a good movie. I'm like, I can't do that. It's such a goofy film, but it's fun. It's a fun kind of goofy. Don't say it, no. I said the thing. It's fun though. I did enjoy the movie. I had a good time watching it. No. It's like, how very dare you? Did she say Poppy? My daughter loves it. She's 22 months old. I mean, at 22 months old, I mean, when I was 22 months old, actually, I have no idea what I liked 22 months old, but when I was like 6, I liked the movie Bingo. So, you know, not that it's Bingo, but I'm just saying. Have you seen Sahara? I haven't seen Sahara. I need to watch it because I like Steve Zahn, and I've always thought he was kind of underrated, so I probably should see it just for that reason alone. She also loves PSY? Oh, the Korean guy? Oh, wow. Her companion cannot be trusted. I love that we can specify that about a baby. It's like, her opinion cannot be trusted. Misinformation. Yes. Come over here. Oh, gunshot heard. Who shot at me? One of my favorite Steve Zahn roles. He's comedic relief, but he plays it so perfect. Nice. I'm acting like a Zodiac, kind of. They just randomly shooting? What the heck? Racist. I'm like a cross between the Zodiac Killer and Bruce Willis in Unbreakable right now. A little brighter in the color scheme, but you know. Speaking of good movies, Unbreakable's awesome.
We can do this. Shoot anything that moves. And if it stops moving,
M. Night Shyamalan is far from a great filmmaker, but he does have a couple of pretty good hits. Not gonna lie. And Unbreakable, definitely one of them. I love Unbreakable. So there's a killer soundtrack. Nice. Star Trek Gangnam Style. Oh, nice. I need a quicker firing gun. Oh no! I just watched Unbreakable a couple of days ago. Nice! Oh, again. Yeah. Yeah, it does hold up. Unbreakable's excellent. And holy crap, James Newton Howard's score for that movie, ooh, it's good. It's really good. I love the music in that film. Open a nice second date. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I actually took a girl on a date to see that movie. Brian De Palma is underrated. Dude, if you want a really underrated Brian De Palma movie, watch Blowout. Blowout's a good one. Blowout's a really interesting movie. It's good kind of conspiracy film, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Blowout's cool. I like De Palma. There's no way, George. You're like 20, right? I know. That's what they say when they hear me. Oh, they re-released it. Yeah, that came out in 2000. How's this guy alive? I put so many bullets in it. Some of the comics accuse him of being 17. That's true. How did he see me? What the heck? I'm gonna throw a meaty bone. Like he's just shooting randomly. They don't actually see me. It was Blair Witch. Oh wow, that's impressive that your all's relationship survived Blair Witch 2. Though you might have been collectively, you probably were collectively hating it, so that could help. Blair Witch 2 is rough. My gosh, that's a rough one. Nice to see you.
Nothing to report.
I thought he was gonna make a serious one. Yeah, it's. I figured people would overreact to that, and I'm like, guys, calm down. It's one game. The NBA is so terrible. Yeah, we hated it right away. Yeah, Blair Witch 2. That's the thing. That movie doesn't even take a while to start getting bad. That movie's bad really quickly. Like that is a shockingly terrible film. Like that's one of the movies where you watch it about 5 minutes and you're like, why did they do any of this way? What in the heck were they thinking with that? It is just a series of stupid choices.
Are you there?
Yeah.
I think
How do you know I'm a gringo, you racist? Did you hear that? They're like, where do you think that gringo is? Like, why do you assume I'm white? Unbelievable. How do y'all like that, huh? That's what you get for assuming my ethnicity. I don't care that you're correct. Now we are going unbreakable. We are the unbreakable Zodiac. This might be more ammo. Your bullets are definitely... Uh-oh. I was looking away for a sec there, so I looked up and I was like, there's a guy with a gun in my face. I always whiz in the air.
I could have sworn he was there a second ago. We gotta find him.
Passion of the Christ, what that? Who would even think to use that as a date movie? What the heck?
This area seems clear. We're moving on.
This area seems clear. Those bullet sounds were a lie.
Something is going down.
He was about to say it's just a flesh wound. They're like, why is this guy killing everybody? It's like, because my super chatters paid me to kill all of you. It's what y'all have to realize. You all put the hit out on these people. This is on you all. Ooh, that's rough. That guy's just like, what? So Inception in theaters do not recommend. Oh, wow, that must have been a trip. First time I smoked weed still has never happened. I rewatched The Departed. It's dang it. Yeah, I like The Departed. I love it, actually. It's pretty awesome. That's a pretty awesome film. Whoa, whoa. Hang on, this guy's getting away. Oh, he turned around.
That was a gunshot. That was an obvious act of aggression.
That was a gunshot. No, the first one was actually a knife, not a gunshot. What the heck? Didn't care for the weed nor the experience of the movie. It's like, I smoked weed for the first time watching Inception. I don't recommend doing it ever again. Or weed. I mean, I like Inception a lot. Personally, I think Inception's pretty awesome. I'm quite the fan of that movie. Calm down, dude. Jeez. All the yelling and the giggling. But you brought your bright blue camouflage. I know, it catches all the splatter, right? All the blood splatter. Shutter Island is, I think, actually pretty dang good on rewatch. Like, Shutter Island actually has a pretty interesting amount of depth to it. I know my brother, like, got into, a mode where he ended up watching Shutter Island like several consecutive times, and was like really getting into like kind of a thematic study of it. I'd be curious to see what all he'd have to say about it. He's sadly not doing YouTube anymore, but I'm willing to bet he reconsidered after a little while after seeing that. I would be willing to bet he was, because I know he adores that movie. Yeah, as far as I know, The Prestige is Mahler's favorite film. Someone help me! Yeah, poison the cocaine. That's gonna matter. After all this. I'm firing bullets! Hang on, let me see what you're... I feel bad I haven't seen Inception yet. When I saw the new Adam Driver movie, something... Oh, Megapolis, I was excited for the premise. Until it got out, it was worthless. I mean, Inception and that are completely different kinds of movies, so... I mean, you might have just been trying to talk about two things at once, but... And if you are thinking they're similar, I assure you they're not. Alright, got some more ammo. Got him. I fired. You know, let's see. One of my doctors at work told me she was a huge fan of Avatar and she loved the live-action Netflix show. I fired. I gotta plug my phone back in. It's low on life. It's low on life. Yeah, the Avatar show is all... You know, okay, you know what's sad? So... Alright, so I just watched Breaking Dawn 2 today, right? And I don't know if anyone here's seen it, but... Rami Malek's vampire is basically the Avatar. He can bend the elements pretty much exactly the same as Aang does. He's a better Avatar than any of the other live-action versions. I'm like, this is just sad. Oh, crap. What'd they blow up? Oh, there we go. There we go. Like, was the only good thing in the Pacific? Really, you didn't like the Pacific? Alright, let's look around. See, okay, there's more people. Gosh, there's a lot of people on this map, but hey. I was paid to take care of this problem. That's what I'm gonna do. Haha. Eat the meat. That sounded pervy, but whatever.
Nothing in my position. Just standing here scratching my balls.
Oh, you're saying he was only good in the Pacific. Gotcha. I haven't seen a ton of stuff with him in it.
Hey, stay low, stay low.
I mean, I've seen a few things. Wow, you think the Pacific is better than Band of Brothers? I wholeheartedly disagree with that. I think my issue with the Pacific is I think they needlessly slow that story down just so they can have sex scenes. Like, Band of Brothers had one tacked on, which was kind of annoying, because it felt like HBO was meeting a nudity quota, which is really dumb. The Pacific kind of did it, like, several times, and I thought, wow, you all are really slowing your movie down. But I thought Band of Brothers was significantly better. Oh, there's these two guys who did nothing wrong, who are just sitting here waiting. And down they go. That's terrible. It's too patriotic. Pacific was showing how horrifying war truly is. I just think, I mean, it's like, I think some of the horrors are definitely, are better portrayed, but I also think the show does more wrong. So that's why it's like, I can't say it's better. I'm like, I think it does certain things better, but as an overall product, I don't think it's better. How did he survive all those bullets? My gosh.
Someone help me over here.
Sure, I'll help you. Hehehe.
There you are. We've got trouble. Hey, there's somebody shooting.
No. This is kind of messed up. Oh no! Civic is actually more accurate. I got to go New Year's shopping. New Year's shopping? It's February. But have a good one, Jane. I appreciate you stopping by. Oh gosh, they brought me all the way back here. What the heck? That's terrible. I should have saved. Oh, Persian New Year. Persians have calendar? No, I'm just kidding. We Caucasians have a New Year also. We just call it New Year's. We don't do any of that pretentious calling it Persian. No. Yes, I know. I might have to take out a different map. This one's got a lot of people. This one might have too many people. But we'll see. Let's call it New Year 2, but then pumpkins go, but it's that, yeah. Just ruin everything. I like that I'm just running around with a knife and they're like, what is this guy up to? What the heck? Go out through the little door. It is almost 4:30. So that means we got about an hour and a half before the next show. See, I'm going to have to end this mission and massacre a different map. Something probably smaller, unfortunately, because I have to make sure I have enough time to pull it off. I don't have much longer before I have to get off.
Don't mind me.
Don't mind me hanging out here. Hey!
Hey, you!
I'm just playing around.
All targets neutralized. This should paralyze the
That achievement was called the face, and I'm like, well, that is where I threw the knife. Just ran up and threw a knife. They're like, what just happened? Like, oh, I don't know. It's so horrifically violent.
I think he's on the mend.
I don't even think I'm gonna get 1 star for this mission. I think they'll be like, nah, you don't get anything. Get out of the way. I'm on a boat! Da-na-na. Tactical Strike was the name of the trophy I just got. That was the least tactical thing I've ever seen. Better nothing than a pity trophy. It's so funny that you were typing that just... I mean, granted, I don't think you all see the trophies I get, but it's so funny that you were typing that as they gave me a trophy. They literally gave me a trophy. Nothing says low like you participated. Yeah. Jeanette, if I didn't get participation trophies, I wouldn't get trophies. And for Breaking Down Part 2, the Michael Sheen giggle moment is one of the best moments in cinema history. It's the best scene of the franchise. It's so freaking funny.
End message, encrypt and send.
Funny thing though, the guy like who's always like with him, who just he just wants to die. It's so funny. And when they're having the whole memory flash thing of what will happen if they fight, and he just stands there letting himself get killed. He's like, finally! And I'm like, this guy is my spirit animal during this series.
You need to stop. If my source checks out, we can prove the board knew about the chemical leaks. We'll have grounds for a retrial.
Or Michael Sheen in Kingdom of Heaven. Not super well. I know he's in it. I don't remember Kingdom of Heaven very well at all. I found it painfully boring.
Lord, don't you see? This is bigger than James. Those bastards killed 80 people.
And they got away with it. Think about what that means.
This is, I think Diana as a child.
Diana.
Coming.
One of the most comically evil priests I've ever seen. Oh, jeez.
Mom?
I always loved it, but it seems to the violence. I mean, if you enjoy Kingdom of Heaven, that's great. I mean, I was very bored watching it, so I'd be willing to rewatch it, but I did not enjoy watching it the first time. I was like, gosh, this is boring. It just and I watched the director's cut, which I felt like they added way too much to it. Johannesburg. Oh, so our boy here actually has people with him. He's got soldiers. See, I don't like the cutscene style in this one. I kind of feel like they phoned it in to go faster. Is it buffering? I'm kind of looking at it here on my end to see. I'm curious if it was the cutscenes, maybe. Next film is this week, Moccasins. I have never seen Moccasins. I don't know what that is. I know nothing about that movie. It's cut out for me 3 times. That's interesting. Yeah, if anyone else, if you're all having that issue, let me know. Or if it's just you, unit. I mean, I hope your internet's fine, but I obviously prefer it be on your end, not mine. But we'll see. Alright, so we're going to do this mission now. Garbage container. That was my nickname in high school. This Woody Harrelson movie looks interesting with the underwater based on a true story. Yeah, I've seen a bit about that. It could be good. We'll see. bring our lockpick. Also, we're gonna take the chrome pistol because if you don't take chrome, what's the point? We're also going trench coat. Novocaine towards stupid. Oh, Novocaine. Wait, Novocaine what? Novocaine's the movie you were talking about? Never seen it. Novocaine's a Steve Martin movie, isn't it? Okay. First, let's kill the cameras.
Good aim. Now, according to the local home security provider, the house
Heard
is
Novocaine's interesting, but never seen it myself.
I suggest you get rid of them, 47. You should be able to jimmy open the garage door with a proper tool. Why don't you
How'd my phone get moccasins from Novocaine? That's a really good question, actually. It's like, moccasins? What the heck? It's like, alright. It's like, imagine having a dental patient and you're like, okay, we just got to inject you with some moccasins real quick. It's like, pardon? It's like, I don't think that's how that works. Moccasins will numb your mouth. Right. Yeah, I thought my key was running. It's like, why is it not showing the... Can't feel pain. He has to rescue his girlfriend. It's an action comedy. Oh, you're talking about the new one. There's actually... Okay, so there's actually a movie from like the late 90s, early 2000s called Novocaine also, and that's a Steve Martin film. I thought that's what you're talking about. I forgot there was that new movie coming out called Novocaine. Thoughts on it? Could be good.
Bodies.
It has some interesting comedic promise.
Executed.
So could be good.
Looks like Reynard's grisly handiwork, all right.
I'm not gonna get my hopes up super high for it, but there's potential, I'd say.
This feels more like identity theft. Like you, Reynard is known to use disguises. Keep looking, 47. Nothing we can do for these people now.
Alright, I just gotta get the intelligence to awaken this mission. Make sure the people show up so I can clip.
47. That computer. See if you can't access it.
I can access it. I know what I'm doing, lady. Lady!
Appears Reynard's cell is launching another strike. Those are
Just grab my dongle here. That sounds appropriate.
Our priority is the shadow client.
Alright.
Here we go. For the office computer, no doubt. Nicely done, 47.
I'm in.
Hurry.
Alright, now we can just commence the killing.
Welcome home,
We are gonna let them settle in as they're supposed to.
Never mind.
Let's see here. I wonder if I can sneak my way into the downstairs area.
Max! Are you hiding, you little monster? No jump scares.
Anytime I hear the last name Quaid, I think of Total Recall. Quaid. Quaid. The trailer was, you're not superhuman, you're not Wolverine just because you can't feel pain. Yeah, it's really just he can't feel pain, so how will that be utilized? And I'm like, yeah, it's not necessarily a superpower. It's arguably not feeling pain is kind of bad.
Say what?
I'm hit.
Okay, just making sure. Now I'm a bodyguard with a stupid hat on. Let's see here. All right. Like, this shouldn't be all that difficult to take these fools out. It's all just a question of how I want to do it. We can have some fun with it.
Looking sharp.
Thanks? What a weirdo.
Take a deep breath and try again. Now,
I'll take this intelligence. Oh, that... I thought I was running into another guard, and it was my reflection. That's funny.
You will approach Mr. Pierce.
Oh, they recognize me.
What do you think?
Wow, she's testy. He's just asking you what kind of tea you'd like. That's a nice thing. He's doing you a favor, you big meanie. He should be thankful that I'm taking her out. I mean, granted, I'm going to take him out too, but I'll take him out after the fact so he gets a little bit of time without her. That'll be the nice way to do it.
Your family suffers the consequences.
She's just kind of a hag. What can I say? Kind of a big meanie. Hello, guardsman. Someone's gonna get some diarrhea. Oops. Alright, see you later, Waylon. Have a good one. Alright. Had to take this guy out. I'm going to turn in. What are you gonna turn into? Alright, this guy's just... We want to make sure we take out the target first, because if we don't want to get it all... Things get all wonky. We don't want them trying to hide or put themselves in a safe room, which granted, you actually can take them out in their safe room, which is kind of cool. Always fascinating by pain immunity. So do you not feel pleasure either? Do you get hungry? That's a good question. I would think hunger might fall into pain, potentially, because, I mean, you know, we have hunger pains. Now, granted, people eat for reasons having nothing to do with hunger all the time. But, so that's not necessarily its own kind of detriment. But, it's a fun way to take someone out.
Okay. Hey, could you check that out?
No problem.
Did his gun come out that way? Okay, nobody else was alerted. There we go. Still good.
Secrecy starting to get on my nerves.
Well done, 47. Now do what you want.
Down they go. A clean kill. That's right, you kill him in the bath. Oh, joint! Finally, I can watch Inception. Alright. Now. Let's start taking these suckers out, because that will be the end of it once we've taken everyone out. Now, I already know that I've eliminated everyone up there. I think pretty much this entire floor is wiped out, so we're good on that one. So let's go downstairs. Start capping fools. He's out. That's just those bloody keys. Do you think the Patriots will be better next year? I don't think there's any excuse for them not being better next year because they have so much cap space and they have good draft picks. So now, will they be better? Well, it depends on the moves they make. So we'll see. I hope they are. Lord knows they should be. Alright, they're approaching the garage area. Hello, fellow guardsmen. Goodbye, fellow guardsmen. We're gonna eliminate everybody. It's a nice little beach house with a population of 0. At least that's the goal. I always thought there was more people over here. Aha! I knew it. Alright, he's out. Looks like we got a couple of guys here. Let's take the long way around him. Oh yeah, he's dead.
The Mercs have discovered your boat, 47.
Oh
They're on
no.
high alert, combing the beach for intruders. Proceed with caution.
Don't worry, I'm obviously cautious. Caution would be my middle name if it wasn't Gene. One of the best episodes of House is where he dealt with a girl who's numb because all he does is feel pain. She had the giant tapeworm inside her. Oh, lovely. Tapeworms are the stickiest of worms, obviously. Nobody seems to be walking in this direction, so... Oh, crap. It's like, I think we're past the point of being unnoticed. Crap, he got me. No! Oh, thank God. I don't have to do all that all over again. Oh, good. We are still silent. Alright. So, this is the pair of fools who Screwed things up for me last time. Up, he's watching. He's watching. So we're gonna take them out first. Driftwood log. It's like Captain's log, but it's driftwood.
No way to get past them unnoticed. I suggest you
There is a way. I keep telling you this, lady. There is a way. Let me enlighten you. Okay, he's looking, so when he looks away. There we go. Good stuff.
That's gotta be deep enough. Are you afraid we're gonna set the beach on fire? No, but we don't want animals digging up. Especially not Max.
Oh, they found the dog and he was dead. Hitman with a shotgun. Oh, okay, so you can get a little achievement is taking him out with a shotgun.
Roger, Command. Nothing tangible yet. Still looking.
Shit! Requesting assistance. Got a situation here.
I'm here. What do you need?
Please acknowledge. Come in, Command.
I know Andor Season 2 is coming out. I have to watch Season 1. I heard it's good. I know EFAP crew liked it. Yeah. I need to watch it too.
You copy? We got shots fired. They sound a pretty fucking deliberate.
Whoa, dude. Calm.
I'm in command.
Alright, got the shotgun thingy-mabobber. So that's good.
Command, yeah, I'm here now. It's all clear. Over.
He just tipped over like a tree. What the heck? That was kind of funny. Oh, Tomby, what's going on? How you doing, good sir? Just kind of wrapping up, but all the same. Yeah, we hit the super chat goal, so I promised to take out a maps full of enemies. So here we are on the beach, taking out this little murderous couple's guards. It's not as bad as the map I tried the first time. Too many civilians on that map. Guilt, that kind of thing. This is just fine. Oh, well, I appreciate that. If you have any interest in it, I had to re-upload my Captain America video. I had to redo the opening. So if you get a chance and you're interested, you can check that out. If not, no biggie. But, hang on. And yes, you do need to play this. This is a fantastic, fantastic game. A lot of replay value. Alright, is there anyone left? I think I've taken out everybody. Oh, wait, there's that guy. You are last. Especially since you're just kind of standing there. And he might legitimately be last naturally. But yeah, Hitman World of Assassination games are pretty excellent. Gobs of depth to it. Lots of variety to how you can pull off the various kills. I think that's everybody. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, we got him. I don't see anybody else walking around. It's just this guy at the boat. Although we will know for sure once we cap this guy, because this will be locked until we do. And it unlocked. There we go. Well, ladies and germs, that is going to wrap things up for today. I appreciate you all hanging out with me. I appreciate all the super chats reaching the goal. That's great. I will be hanging with Eclectic Goat here in about an hour or so. We're going to be talking Carnival. Then later tonight on Cannoli Sasquatch channel, we are talking Breaking Dawn Part 2. We are wrapping up our coverage of the Twilight Saga. And, as I've reminded more than once, my Captain America Brave New World video is out, re-uploaded, good to go. If you haven't checked it out, please do leave a like, comment on there if you happen to do so. I would greatly appreciate it. I will probably stream again tomorrow, probably around 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And be on the lookout, because my Aladdin video should be up this week. I should have that ready. But, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I will see you all again very, very soon. Until then, good night, God bless, and Godspeed.